Hello everyone and welcome to Unboxing Cassandra. This is actually my first video and I wanted it to be genuine as possible and just share my life with my viewers and unapologetically me. So on my channel, I will be talking about my everyday, day-to-day life, taking you all along with me on my journey, a little bit about me. In my past, I have had a whole history of social anxiety, depression, and this is me sharing you with my world and what I do on a day-to-day basis. A little bit about my work life. I sell products on eBay, Amazon. Also, I take care of my mom full time. I have 5 children, one which is deceased. They're all grown now, so I was just trying to find my footing outside of raising my kids and just kind of doing me. So that's just the gist of it for now. I am camera shy. I know that I'm talking to my camera, but I do know that I will have viewers watching my channel, so that's making me a little nervous. Y'all bear with me. And like I said, you know, I chose to upload this video because I know that I want to be genuine on my channel. I want to be as honest as possible. Just me. And so what would you all like to know about me and what kind of convinced me to start my channel? You know, I'm open to questions. So we'll start by saying, you know, just a little bit of history on sharing with you guys about when my mom came to stay, which was about almost 4 years now. I'm the youngest of 7 kids, 4 girls, 3 boys. And my mom took sick about 4 years ago. And so when she did enter into the hospital, she relied on me and called me and asked me if it would be okay if she came to live with me. And I was petrified. I wasn't ready. I didn't know what to do. You know, I just prayed to God and put my big girl pants on, and I accepted the task, you know, because I know my mom's always been there for me and I didn't want to let her down. So we're now almost 4 years in, and it's going, you know, we have ups and down days. You know, some days it's kind of challenging because she do have some extensive health issues. But overall, I enjoy taking care of my mom. I enjoy just spending these moments with her in her time of need. And like I said on this channel, you know, it's gonna be wholeheartedly as honest as possible, open, you know, trying to give y'all an outlook of how my life looks in a day. We're gonna be doing makeup, clothing, you name it, we're gonna do on this channel. And you know, I know that me opening up and sharing with the world about my life is gonna bring a lot of criticism, but I've came to the conclusion that I am up for the challenge. So let's go. So something I wanted to touch on that's kind of near and dear to me is about losing my son back in 2020. So he was 20 years old, and it was like the beginning of the pandemic, and he was actually living in Atlanta, Georgia. He had his own apartment and kind of finding his footing in life, you know, becoming a man, you know. And so when the pandemic hit, he decided that he would come in, because I hadn't seen him in almost a year because he was trying to get his life together and everything. And during the course of time when the pandemic hit, he decided to come down to visit me and spend time with me. I was overjoyed, and like I say, he was, you know, getting himself together or whatever. And so he came down, and mind you, I have other kids as well. He was second to the oldest. And so when he came down, as always, he's always happy-go-lucky, you know, enjoy life, you know, to the fullest, always keeps a smile on his face and the other's face. And so when he came down, you know, of course at that moment you not thinking that that's gonna be the last time that you see your child. But when he came down, so he spent, I want to say, about 5 days. During the course of that time, he mowed my lawn. He kind of did a lot of things around the house. And, you know, just like I said, it came unexpected. You know, no one ever ready for losing a child. So anyway, he spent about a week, and of course, I will say this, even though he's a people person and just large on life and everything, I think after about a year, he kind of wanted to go back home, you know, to his own space. So my oldest son ended up taking him home, and mind you, I contemplate over and over, you know, I've gotten to a place where I can now open up about what happened. So when he got back home, he actually, let me rewind, when he actually had a roommate, but him and his roommate kind of didn't get along, so the roommate wouldn't be there that often. So upon arriving back to the apartment, the roommate was actually at the apartment, and he was wearing some of my son's clothing. So they kind of had a dispute about that, and they went back and forth. And of course, my son, you know, something I never thought that he would ever do, because yes, he would fight. He was a fighter, but he never was big on touching guns and things like that. Just a violent person, you would say. So upon that, you know, he went out to the vehicle and retrieved a gun, of course, from my older son's vehicle, and he and the roommate pretty much started a combative gunfire against each other, and my son was shot in his side. And so I remember my oldest son calling, telling me that, you know, that my son was fine, that yes, he was shot, but he was gonna be okay, you know, that he got up and walked to the ambulance and everything, and that he was gonna be fine and everything. And so I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. So at this moment, I'm trying to gather myself and gather the whole process, as well as running around pacing to get on the road to go up to Atlanta, you know. But as I was preparing for the trip and everything, I remember one of my other sons that also lived in Atlanta, you know, he was like, Mom, I think Woody is dead and they trying to hide it from you. And so we was calling the hospital back and forth, you know, they wasn't giving us answers and stuff like that. And so sure enough, the whole time that I was on the phone with the hospital, he had already passed, but they wanted to be certain because I'm not sure. It was a lot, just a blur at this moment, and I went to pieces. I couldn't believe it. And mind you, it's during the pandemic. At this point, they was telling me that there was no need to come down because of they had already shipped his body to the morgue, because due to the pandemic, you know, and the body's being exposed, it's just so much. And to this day, I'm left with a lot of unanswered questions that I try to put in the back of my head, but I doubt I'll ever get over it. No mother ever would get over it. You know, it does get easier over time, but you're gonna always think of your child and just break down. It's gonna be those days. Of this video, you know, to continue to share with you all, you know, about that, as well as a lot of other things that I've experienced in my life. And, you know, as I said before, staying very transparent. And I think I want to end it right here due to the extent of my emotions right now. So again, you guys, this is Unboxing Cassandra, and I love you guys, and thank you all for watching my channel, and there's more to come.